Welcome to Radio Arizona RV, episode number 16. Episode 16 is going to be the start of a series of podcasts or episodes about rubber roofs on the top of RVs. That's travel trailers, motorhomes, any type of RV with a rubber roof. So it's going to be a multi-part series. And the first one we're going to start off with is roof inspection. But before we get into that, let's just talk a bit about a rubber roof. A rubber roof is probably one of the best types of roof you can have on your RV. They perform very well. They have a 12-year warranty, 14-year warranty, depending on the manufacturer. They're relatively easy to maintain. They require probably less maintenance than any other type of roof, because with no matter what roof you have to clean it. There's certain maintenance things you need to do. You need to check for leaks and so forth. But a rubber roof is good. You know, they don't create mold. They don't create mildew. They don't create black streaks like some other roofs do and things that are on roofs. So there's a lot of advantages to a rubber roof. But also the importance of maintaining it. Any type of roof can get a leak. You know, the sealants around vents or roof rack stanchions, they can leak. You know, the sealant goes bad and then you get a leak. The roof itself typically won't leak unless you get a tear in it. But what is so bad about a leak? You know, it seems pretty obvious, but sometimes we really don't think about it as being something that serious. You know, a leak can go on for weeks, months without being detected. And you have water going into the roof or maybe down the side into the studs. Wherever it goes, it's in contact with wood in many cases. And it's going to rot away that wood. You know, whether it's the paneling inside or it's the sheeting for the floor, the sheeting for the roof. It can ruin the insulation inside. You get mold and mildew growing. You don't want a leak, period. So that's why inspecting the roof is so important. And theoretically, you know, it'd be wise to just inspect it every time you wash the roof or just prior to. You know, if you haven't noticed any leaks or anything obvious beforehand. And, you know, it's good to wash your roof 3 or 4 times a year. Dicor recommends at least twice. And, you know, I'm going to mention that. You know, a lot of my information comes from experience and talking to customers, but a lot of it, too, comes from Dicor. They got some awesome stuff on their website, which I'll post on our website. So it'll all be available to you. But it's great information. But the importance of it, or what you need to do, you know, each time you wash the roof, go up and inspect it first. Take some time. Get out the ladder and climb up. It's well worth it. Remember, the roof is on top of the RV, so everything underneath it is being protected by that roof. All the contents, the structure, the flooring, the ceiling, everything's protected by it. So it's worth the time. And even if you don't see an obvious leak, you know, there's not something dripping out of a vent or, you know, a skylight, it wouldn't hurt to look in the cabinets up at the ceiling. So I'm talking about the cabinets up at the ceiling, not the floor cabinets, okay? I'm just kidding, just seeing if you're awake and paying attention. So the ceiling cabinets, if you open up the doors and look inside, probably need a flashlight, shine it in there, see if there's any signs of staining on the roof, any signs of moisture, mold, mildew, anything growing. If there is, then you have a leak and you want to fix that leak. So do that in all your cabinets each time you clean the roof. So now inspecting the roof. So basically, you just did your inside inspection from in the RV, looking up at the ceiling for not so obvious damage or leaks. Now go out on the roof. And, you know, you probably want to bring a rag with you. Maybe even a flashlight. Sometimes that extra light can help. But what you're looking for, first off, are obvious problems. You know, like a cracked or broken refrigerator vent cover, a cracked or broken 14 by 14 inch vent cover, you know, some obvious damage, because those are problems. And you're looking for things going on with the roof. Maybe it's sagging in a spot. Maybe there's some soft spots on it. You know, get down your hands and knees, feel around a little bit. If you're walking, your foot sinks in. Be extremely careful, because you have a problem there and you don't want to make it worse for the moment. It needs to be fixed. But a soft spot like that would be more than likely water's getting in and it's ruined the plywood on top that makes the roof. So that'd need to be repaired. And that could become a major expense. You might have to peel back half the roof, the whole roof, or just, you know what, do the whole roof. So you're looking for damage, or not just damage, but you're looking for potential leaks. And go around the bases of the vents or anything that is mounted to the roof where they've used a lap sealant or a sealant of some type, and check those out. Make sure there's not any cracks, or it's peeling up, or there's none left. It's all gone. It just peeled up and went away on its own. The point is to look for any potential leaks so you can keep your roof dry, keep your RV dry on the inside. Even if you're in an area where you don't get a lot of rain, do it anyways, because you're going to get rain sooner or later. Like in Arizona here, they say, oh, it never rains. Well, when it rains, it pours. Don't fall for that. It doesn't rain here. It's not that big of a deal. What's a little leak? It's so hot it'll just dry up. That isn't true. A leak is a leak, and a leak causes damage. I can't emphasize it enough. Check the roof out. Make sure you don't have any crack sealant. Things are coming apart. Even grab onto the roof rack if you have one in the ladder. Make sure they're sturdy. Make sure that the wood isn't rotting away underneath the sealant where the screws are. So all these things are very important. And any type of roof repair usually would be best after the entire roof has been cleaned. And the reason why I say that is, you can do it before. If it's a major thing, you see that it's obvious, like maybe it's a broken vent lid, well, do that before you clean the roof. Or maybe the vent base is plastic and it's cracked. You could do that before you clean the roof. But after you do it, you have to let everything set up for several days. Let that sealant dry. Let the putty tape do what it's going to do. You need it to be completely dried and cured so there's no problems when you go to wash the roof. And that's the advantage of sometimes waiting until after the roof has been completely washed and is spotless clean. Then you can go up there and do your maintenance. And it doesn't mean you're going to have a big old mess. You can just bring a towel up, set up all the stuff you take off, the old parts, so they're not sitting on the roof. You might have to do a little bit cleanup, but it's not that big of a deal. It's just sometimes easier to see problems after it's clean, like the sealant that's around your stanchions or vent bases, the not so obvious things. So inspect that roof, fix any problems you find, major or small, fix them all. Wow, that just rhymed. That's hilarious. I didn't mean for that to happen. Just goes to show what happens here at Radio Arizona RV, I'm a poet and I don't know it. That's pathetic, isn't it? But anyway, check it out. Make sure that everything's good on top of that roof. In our next episode, how to clean your rubber roof and what things to use and what not to use and what to look out for. So thank you for listening today. This is Eric Stark with Radio Arizona RV. You can check us out on the web at www.radioarizonarv.com or give me a call, 800-789-5588. Let me hear what you think. Ask me questions, whatever it might be. It's late at night, you're bored, nothing else to do. Well, give me a call. Thank you.